All right, Jordy, how are you, bro?
Good, man. Thanks for having me.
No worries, man. So, for people who don't know, Jordy is a chiropractor. He's my chiropractor. I don't know how long we engaged you. It's maybe 6 months ago.
Yeah, I came up here about February, March.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
I just trying to remember how long I've been working with you. I think maybe 3 or 4 months ago, I said I went to the chiro because one of the friends at gym, they said that you guys are really good. And I found that there was a bit of a different opinion, a lot of people that I spoke to about chiropractors and whatnot. And when I actually went in and started to, I guess, have a consultation, it was very different to what the stuff that other people had told me. So I sort of wanted to get you on, man, because you're a likable lad, but you're also really knowledgeable around your field, man. So let's just give our viewers and listeners a bit of a background, who you are, what you do, all that sort of stuff.
So originally from Melbourne, grew up, playing footy. My best mate's dad was a chiropractor.
Oh, yeah.
And I remember I'd always go to his house and he would adjust us and I wouldn't really know what was going on, but I just felt good after it. I was like, cool,
So you get adjusted like a young age?
Yeah, I remember after footy I'd get adjusted. Every time I went to his house I'd just get adjusted.
Really? Cool.
So his son and his best mate, they went over to Spain for a wedding, maybe year 9 or something. And there's the Barcelona College there. And they were like, cool, when we graduate, when we finish high school, we're going to go over there and study chiropractic. And I didn't really think much of it. And then every time I went to, this chiropractor's house, he was just, loved his job, just adjusting people, super healthy. And I was like, oh, there's something in this. Never really said anything. And then I was about halfway through year 12 and I was like, oh, I don't know what I want to do, maybe physio. And I sat at the table and the chiropractor, my mate's dad, was like, why don't you just sign up for this Barcelona school? And I'm like, oh, I actually didn't do biology or chemistry. Okay. So I was like, oh, I probably won't get in. Yeah. So I'll just do it, whatever, I'll sign up. Yeah. Got a call the next few days. Principal was like, yeah, cool, we're happy to have you. You're happy to do a summer camp. And I was like, all right, cool, let's do it. Yeah. Had a few calls with all the science teachers and stuff. And might have lied. They're like, oh, you do all the science. I'm like, oh yeah, I did all, the basic science and stuff like that.
Straight A's, mate.
Straight A's. Started asking me questions. I'm like, oh yeah, no, forgot a bit of that. Then finished high school and me and 3 other mates went over to Barcelona to study chiropractic together, which was, don't know if we were planning to do the full 5 years, but
yeah. That would have been a loose time in your life, eh? Did you have a bit of fun over there?
Yeah, I mean, we're only 18, 19 going over. So it was more the experience that we're there for. Yeah. And then I reckon about halfway through that first year, I was like, I love chiropractic. This is cool.
Yeah. Cool. What made you fall in love with it? What sort of got you?
Yeah, so my mate's dad, every time I went to his house, these guys were, they were so healthy. The kids were so healthy. They would go to school with all those, healthy lunch boxes. And I don't know, every time you went to their house, I'd come out, I'd go home to mum, I'd be like, you need to get this cooking appliance they used because it made me feel good. Yeah. But little did I know it was the food that they were using. So every time I came home, I was just like, wow, man, these guys are awesome. And it really attracted me also his philosophy, the way he talked about stuff and health, and they were different. And that's what you guys probably see, chiropractic is different. Yeah. And once I really dove into it, I was like, wow, there's something in this.
Yeah, it's so interesting. I found chiropractic, there's so many people that have opinions on chiropractors. Like obviously medical professionals like doctors and things have a really strong opinion on them, but then you've got this whole nother side of it that is high performing professionals that swear by them. Yeah. There's people, I've spoke to you about some of the real estate agents that go to chiropractors. There's so many high performing real estate agents that they will not go a week without getting adjusted. They get adjusted and they get massages. So exactly. It's part of their lifestyle.
Yeah, and it's like me now, I get adjusted by Lockie 3 times a week. Yeah. I don't know how people don't have it in their lifestyle, but I have heard, before I got into chiropractic, lots of people the quacks and all this history, which we'll dive deep into. Cool. I'd love to do that. But just that philosophy in the first place, that's what got me into chiropractic. Yeah. And, distinguishing this philosophy, the current medical landscape, nothing wrong against it, but it's very reactive, right? Yeah. We wait for symptoms to come, we treat those symptoms, we go back to the same lifestyle. Yeah. Now, I was saying to you the other day, if you've got a cancer or you just, broke your arm, don't come to a chiropractor. That's not what we're here for, right? That's what they're there for. It's that crisis care. But unfortunately, it's never actually going to get you healthier, right? It's just buying you time, right? It's like a Band-Aid approach. that's sort of that philosophy, and there's more other stuff diving deep into that,
Yeah.
which how we differentiate from them. Just an example would be like vitalism. So that's where saying, you know, the body's healthy, it can heal itself.
Yeah.
So if you cut yourself, you know, you can put iodine on it, you can put Band-Aid on it, but at the end of the day, it's your body doing the healing.
That's true, yeah.
So that's sort of our philosophy. We understand that the body's healthy, right? Rather than, you know, people say, you know, genes, bad germs, bad luck cause disease, which is true. Like there's, I think, less than 5% of actual chronic diseases through genes, right?
Yeah.
Definitely a small piece, but that means 95% of chronic diseases through our lifestyle, through what we're doing.
Yeah.
So basically we're responsible for our own health, and I think our philosophy is, if, you know, we treat the body as it should, give it the right stuff it needs, you're going to thrive.
Yeah. I think like too, just the thing that sort of got me on you guys, like, because I guess there's a bit of everything in life is selling, but you know, when we first came in and we did that night where you explained what, you know, the trade is and, you know, why you feel it's beneficial. The thing that I liked about it is when I spoke to other professionals about chiropractic, they really hung dirt on you, and you did the complete opposite. Like, no, they definitely have their place in the world. Yeah. We respect their opinions. This is just our opinion. And that from a psychological standpoint, that sold me. Yeah. Because you weren't trying to, you're like, no, like that's all good. Everyone's got their own opinion. This is just what we feel is right, you know? So that's that's sort of what sold me on, I guess, getting adjusted, because all of the medical terms make no sense to me, right? I think in the age of information, like ignorance is a bit of a choice, you know? So it's like now there's all this information circulating that you really have more education to make a decision on what you feel right with.
For sure.
Whereas it used to be before, you would just go to your doctor and your doctor would say, yeah, this is it. And they were God, you know? So now it's like, no. There's this person with a whatever PhD doing a YouTube channel now saying, this is my belief. And I think this is not the right way to go. And this is, so I think like, the chiropractic landscape has just totally been blown open by information because of social media and all that sort of stuff. Yeah. And
I was saying to you the other day, like, I understand people have had bad experiences with chiropractors. Some people have heard bad stuff. But just because you've had bad pizza before doesn't mean all pizza's bad.
It's true, yeah.
Right? You just got to find the one that works for you. And there's obviously good chiropractors and bad chiropractors. Some people put in the work, some don't. Yeah. And it's like every industry. I'm sure it's the same with real estate, right? Some people that put in the work. And we're not saying that, you know, chiropractic cures all disease, right? Yeah. If you come in with a soft tissue injury, ACL, I'm going to say, go to a physio, go to that. Yeah. Go to that. I think that's what a good health practitioner should do. Yeah. Doctor means educator, so that's what we're here to do, educate. Sure. Yeah.
So how did it all come about, man? Like, how did obviously everything sort of aligned with the spine, your trade. So what was there like a year when chiropractors were founded, or like what? Let's go like back to like, I'm going deep dive into like
I like it.
Money at the moment, like how it was created and credit creation, all that. Like we were speaking about that. Yeah. Talk to you about that after the podcast if you had a look at that. But
I haven't heard that.
Yeah, so let's like go right back, man. Like where the hell did this trade even start? Like,
cool. So there was a guy called D.D. Palmer, and he did all these sort of professions, and then he really got into the health profession, and he did like magnetism. Yeah. And I mean, Joe Rogan before, he's, you know, giving him shit, am I allowed to swear? Yeah. Giving him shit because he was, you know, he did magnetism in the past. Yeah. But
what's magnetism? Sorry, what's that?
I actually don't know, to be honest. But like X-rays now, I mean MRI is magnetic imaging. Yeah, okay. So he was sort of on the right path. This was back in like 1890s.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
And in 1895, he understood that the nervous system controlled everything, and he had a thought that was like, if a bone's misaligned, maybe that's impinging in nerves, right? And these nerves go to everywhere, which could cause disease. Yeah. He called it dis-ease, so not disease. Okay. So away from ease, right? Okay, yeah. So he adjusted profoundly. It was a janitor who couldn't hear. Yeah. And apparently he adjusted an area of the spine and he got his hearing back. This is from history, yeah. Yeah, that's hectic. So that's where it sort of stemmed from, and chiropractic means done by hands, right? Okay. Yeah. So kind of grew from there. He created sort of like a college. And it was growing slowly, this chiropractic profession. And he didn't call it medicine. Yeah. He didn't really know what it was. It was kind of like a startup.
Just found something.
But he's like, well, I'm onto something here, like the spine. But he wasn't the first person to realise that, hey, the spine's important. There were like people doing this way before this time. But he was like, hey, something's onto this. And then so more people started to give it a go, this chiropractic. And then in 1910, there was a Flexner report. This was done by, do you know Rockefeller? Have you heard of Rockefeller? He really shaped the health industry.
Well, like the rich guy.
Yeah.
Talk about the Rockefellers.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
The rich family.
Yeah, and Carnegie.
Yeah, okay.
And
I
they
know the
did
Rockefellers is like, they're like one of the big families. Yeah,
yeah, but they like reshaped the health industry, especially from this report. So they said anything that isn't medicine, we're not going to fund. It's unscientific. It's a cult, right?
Really?
So this was back in 1910. So this is where we originally got this bad rep, right?
Yeah.
And Paul Blogger like just started this profession. It's like you starting a startup and then you get this bad reputation. And it wasn't just chiropractic, it was homeopathy, anything that was not medicalized, right?
Yeah.
So they didn't give us any funding for schools, so we just had to do private schools, right? So from 1913 to 1974, we were fighting legality in US, right? So the first time we had legality was in 1913. So chiropractors were going to jail for practicing without a license. Like hundreds of them.
That's
hundreds of
mental,
them.
Yeah.
There's stories of like partners, chiropractors would go to work and they would give their daughter, say, money and they'd be like, hey, we might go to jail today. Have this to bail us out.
Really?
And they were, it just shows how...
That's a crazy story.
It just shows how passionate they are, like chiropractors. They're like, I feel like any other profession, that happened to them, they'd be like, well, whatever, let's just do another profession. But they're like, we are helping people, we're onto something, we're going to fight for it.
Yeah.
So 60 years in the US, they were fighting in each different state to get legalized. So people going to jail for like 60 years, right?
Yeah.
And we started to grow...
That's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
For like adjusting somebody.
Just for adjusting someone, yeah.
That is mental, hey?
And then we started to grow in like 1940s, 50s, more and more chiropractors were even starting to get referrals from like radiologists and I don't know if it was radiologists, but GPs were starting.
So it got legalized, is that right?
Yeah, it got legalized in the
Okay.
US. No, 1913. But there's so many US states that it took 60 years for each US state to get legalized.
So, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, and then we started to grow, and then in 1960, the American Medical Association, they formed a committee of quackery, right? And that's why you hear people say, oh, chiropractors quacks, right?
Oh, okay.
Because the American Medical Association, they wanted to get rid of chiropractic. Don't know if it was competition, they called us unscientific, they literally just wanted to get rid of us. So they said, hey...
Could it be because you're in preventative medicine? That you're trying to prevent people from getting sick? Could it be that?
Totally different philosophies, right? And that's, if you ask me, are we ever going to fit in? Maybe not, because we have totally different viewpoints. So what actually happened, we took them to court, 2 chiropractors versus a whole medical association.
Really?
We took them to Supreme Court and we won in 1980 for trying to get rid of the chiropractic profession.
No one's ever told me that. So where did this place?
Yeah, you can Google it. This is in America. This is in America because chiropractic kind of grew in America. That's where it was founded. So that's where we get, the quackery, the cult, unscientific from this American Medical Association in 1960. So we've grown from there. Now we're working in hospitals, we're working in schools, we're working in sports. We didn't have the research back then, but either did the medical. Like they're only just getting research now. So
well, I find it just interesting. Sorry to cut you off. It's just like as I've gotten older, I've just started to question everything. And people hate you questioning things that are like, this is how it is. Well, why is it like this? Like, well, I just want to know. So like, it's interesting. Like with anything, if you follow the money, it's always like, why is everything so centralized and this person has the opinion and you can't try anything else and this is how it is and all that. Like, it's quite interesting, like especially when you deep dive in the medical industry, how everything's centralized and this is exactly how we do it. This is the drug that's approved. This is the, which obviously you definitely need regulation around that sort of stuff, but it's very like, if you question it, you're sort of seen as like, you're not a doctor.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I know, but I just want to know, like, what's the go here? Yeah. So that's interesting, hey.
So we're seen as sort of like alternative, right?
Yeah.
And then in a cool report, actually in 1990, the Canadian government, they're like, hey, we're funding chiropractic. Let's actually see if it works. So they did a whole systematic review. They did a search of all the literature in related to back pain, and they said, actually, chiropractic is the most effective, cost-effective and safest treatment for low back pain.
So who did this? Who did the research?
This was like the Canadian, I don't know, it was a government-funded study, but it was in Canada. And they were like, oh crap, chiropractic's kind of getting big. Let's actually see if it actually works. So let's do a whole systematic review, which is mean they get all the data and they do a review of it. and they're like, oh my God, chiropractic is the most effective, cost-effective and safest treatment for low back pain.
Yeah.
And a lot of people come visit us for low back pain, but that's such a small part of the puzzle. And that still hasn't been refuted. So it stays relevant until it's proven otherwise.
Yeah.
So if you have low back pain, the most scientific thing you can do is see a chiropractor.
That's mental.
But no one thinks about that, right?
Well, it's always just like even like yourself. Like when I go to the gym, the first stretch I do, like I don't know about you, Steiner, but like the first stretch I do is like I stretch out my lower back.
Yeah.
And as soon as a few cracks in your lower back, you're like, oh, I'm good. You're just like, not the same that I adjust myself, but it's just like, you're just like, oh, now I feel free. Like it's just like, it's almost like, it's like normal to me now. I'm like, oh, I've got to just get my back in line and I can work out. Like it just seems like it's a chiropractic thing for my lower back, you know. Like if I ever get someone like, oh, we'll do some dry needling in your back, or we'll massage, like it just doesn't fix it. I don't know if you feel the same, but
I mean, and every modality, acupuncture, dry needling, feels like they've all got a place and they all work, right? They all work. But we're specialists with the spine, right? So originally back in this DD Palmer guy, 1895, he's like pinched nerve, right? And he was partly right. Like we know it takes a lot of degeneration for a hard bone to pinch a small nerve, like less than 10% of the time. So he was on the right path. But what we're finding out now, it's just that movement of the spine, right? When you lose movement of the spine, you get local changes. So it could be scar tissue, inflammation in the joint, the disc, the muscle, the ligament. But you're also going to have CNS, central nervous system changes as well. So what we're doing, we're finding areas of the spine that are not moving. And we're putting motion into that, which can have local changes, right? How you feel, how you move. But we also know we're lighting up the brain, right? We're stimulating the brain. We didn't make this up. It's just neurology, right? And a lot of people think, oh, chiropractors, they must learn from chiropractic textbooks. We learn from the medical textbooks. The first 3 years, we learn exactly what a medical student, a physio student would learn. It's just in the last 2 years, while they go learn about prescriptions, we learn about the art. That's the adjusting art.
I never knew that.
So we did like, I don't know about every chiropractic school, we even do some on nutrition, everything. Some medical students don't even learn about nutrition, right? And that fits into have you heard about holism? So it's like the philosophy that everything works together, right? And in the medical sort of philosophy, it's called reductionism, right? So they might say the body is like a robot, right? So we have 50 different specialists for each part of the body. You know, we might have someone for the heart, we might have someone for the kidney. But in holism, we say, hey, actually the whole body works as a unit, right? And, you know, if someone's feeling low, what we'll do at the moment, we'll give someone a pill to bring them up. If they're too high, too excited, let's give them a pill to turn it down. Right? That's a sort of model we're in at the moment. But, you know, chiropractic, even coaches, physios, people who go to the gym, they realise, hey, it's not just movement, you know, it's nutrition, the way you think. It's that holism. And that's what we're sort of preaching as chiropractors as well. It's not one thing. Chiropractic's not going to cure everything. But it's everything joined together.
That's interesting, man. That was a lot to consume, but it's like, I just found it interesting as soon as I told anybody I was seeing a chiropractor, like different, you'd see people who, the funniest thing is like people who are like seriously fit, eat healthy, all that, they all use chiropractors. All the athletes I know, they all use chiropractors. You're like, what? But then there would be someone who has maybe never seen a chiropractor or maybe isn't that fit, or, you know, I don't really see them as like a symbol of health. And they'd be like, you'd never go there, mate. They're witch doctors sort of thing.
And that's a good point. So, you know, someone might be asking now, oh, I run, I eat really healthy. I might not need a chiropractor. But the spine's under constant load. I wish I could do one adjustment, your spine's good for life, but it just doesn't work like that, right? It's like saying,
like
hey,
stretching sort of thing. You need to keep doing it.
Like, it's like saying, could I give you a toothbrush or toothpaste? That means you never have to brush your teeth again. It doesn't work like that. It's laws of upkeep, right? Is there one lunge that means that part of your muscle's going to stay strength for a long time? It doesn't work like that, right? Same with the spine. It's under constant loading. I had got a guy like 2 weeks ago, and he goes, I've been running, a marathon or a mile a day or something for my whole life. Super fit, super healthy. I'm like, all right, like he was in so much pain, like that sciatic pain. I'm like, all right, let's do all our tests, we'll do our scans, got the x-rays done. Phase 2, 3 degeneration in that lower part of the spine. So we had to educate him, say, hey, look, I know you're super healthy, but there's no stretch or exercise that's going to get those stuck joints moving again. So that spine had been stuck for 20 or 30 years.
Yeah.
And people say, oh, it must have been that time I slept funny, or the time I picked down or did a deadlift and my back went.
Yeah.
And we're like, nah, it wasn't that time.
Yeah.
That was just a tipping point.
Yeah.
So it's called like, a good way to think about it, it's like rocks in a backpack. It's like an analogy. So you have a backpack, each stress in your life adds a backpack. And your body's smart, it will adapt, but there's a load. Right.
Yeah.
And once you add that rock too many, it's going to explode.
Yeah, gotcha. Yeah.
And we notice that with the spine. Like if it's under stress for so long, you might cough or pick something up and then you start to get pain.
Yeah. I've just noticed from my personal experience, man, is like, I guess just as I've got older, I just want to try things that, you know, just try different things, I guess. So for me, you know, when I was a bit skeptical when I first went in, especially like my partner and all of their family, they're obviously in the medical profession and things like that. So when I first went there, I sort of wanted to keep it under wraps, you know, because I was just like, I just want to try and form my own opinion of this. And like what I found, like when I went there, it was actually like you guys were trying to get me in there less. Like you were like, no, we don't want to see you this many times. But when you first start, we're going to have to, we have to, you know, the amount of tests that you guys ran just to even, before I even got adjusted, you're like, no, we're not adjusting you today. We really need to figure out what's going on with you, blah, blah, blah. And they were just constant checkups on, you know, every step of the way. Okay, now we move you into these stretches every month or every week. Every time I got adjusted, I would have new stretches I need to do and things like that. And then you'll do an x-ray again to say, okay, where are we at in the process now? Now you don't have to come in as much. Now we're good, blah, blah. You know, so like that whole process for me was just like, holy. And from the good thing about it is it wasn't like a straight away thing for me. It was like gradually, like I had a lot of that pain through my bicep and I was trying so many things to try and fix it. Like so many things. Like I was seeing physios and there's all sorts of stuff. And I was just like, man, this thing is just not getting better. Like it doesn't matter what I do, it's just not getting better. And then from the start, you guys, yeah, I know exactly, well, not exactly, but we feel like it's maybe coming from here. We're going to start you on this routine. You're going to get adjusted this many times a week. And within like maybe 4 or 5 weeks, my strength in the gym, well, you guys say, it's not your strength, it's your reactors or things. You're not actually getting stronger. It's just you're firing a bit quicker.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So that became a lot better, but also my pain totally changed as well. So it didn't go away completely, but I just noticed it subsided and I started to get more function. Yeah. You know, I could like do pull-ups a little bit easier, but it was just about maintaining it, you know, and it got a little bit by bit. Sometimes I'd go back, remember we were getting adjusted and I was like, man, it feels like I'm back at square one. You're like, yeah, man, this is a process, bro. It's not just going to happen.
Exactly.
But like if I look today to where I was when I first saw you guys, it was like polar, like I could barely turn my neck. It was going like all the way down my neck, through my bicep, everything. Yeah. And now I'm so functional. Like I have it maybe once every 2 or 3 weeks, I feel it, but it's just getting minimal, you know, even like range of motion and stuff that I have in my neck and things like that, it's totally different. Yeah. So it's just like, it almost just, even your energy, like I didn't even think about that. Like when I started doing it, my energy was much better. So it helped with stress and things like that. And just like, and I'm not trying to like give you a plug or whatever. It was just what I felt. That was like my own case study on myself. I was just like, holy shit. Yeah. And then the more I looked into it, the more I found how many people that were in my similar profession did it. Like working a lot, sitting at a desk, you know, not moving a lot, all of this stuff that you're not meant to do with your body, you're meant to be walking around. Yeah. All of these high functioning people, they were all doing that stuff. Yeah. So it's like they were like this underground culture of people that were really, really successful, all doing this stuff. Yeah. Which is crazy.
And it's interesting you said like, you know, at the start it was that repetition. And, you know, I'm early in my career and I get so annoyed when there's one person who's tried it 3 or 4 times. And they go, oh, my pain's still there, I'm going to leave. And I'm so upset, man. The next 2 weeks, I'm like, should I call them up? Should I get them back in?
Seriously.
Did I educate them enough that, hey, healing takes time? And it really upsets me. But, you know, I was speaking to, you know, Lockie the other day and he's like, you know, be positive about the 9 people you did change. Yeah. And it's cool you mentioned like the energy and all this other stuff. We don't actually like treat that. We don't say, hey, we treat low energy, we treat digestion problems.
I just noticed, you guys didn't even mention it. I just noticed it. I'm like, I just feel like a little more energetic throughout the day.
And that's
why
we're
drinking as much caffeine. And
and that's why we say chiropractic's not just an anti-inflammatory. We're like a multivitamin because we're decreasing stress on the body. Some people say they sleep better, they digest better, their mood's better, right? Just all these things where their quality of life is better. Yeah. And we didn't do it. We just put less stress in their body, right?
Yeah. I think it's just the functional aspect, man. Like just my body was just a lot. It was just a lot easier to do things. So it didn't, like when I bent over or something, I didn't feel like, oh, like feel real old. I still definitely don't feel young, but I just like little things in the gym, like squatting, I wouldn't have lower back pain anymore. Like there was just little things that gradually got better. I didn't even notice that they were getting better. That was the funny. And I'm not even that strict with my, like I don't do all the exercises you send me through. Like I'm not that, I know.
Gotta be better than that.
I know, man. I know. But like, if I did, imagine how much further I would be along.
Yeah.
So like, for instance, like that little stretcher
dinner roll.
You got me to lay on. Like, you know, even that, you're like, man, don't start on like 15 minutes. We just need 2 or 3 minutes a night for the first week, and then So that's why I just found it to be so much more professional than what I thought it was going to be. You know, so it's just like, it's really interesting, man. So go back to when you did your school, man. So so this is like, is that where the school of like being a chiropractor is, like in Spain? Like,
Good question. So it mainly started in US, and then it branched. Like Australia got big. I think we have 3 colleges here: Adelaide, one in Melbourne, Perth, Sydney, maybe 4 or 5. There's one in Barcelona. It was called Barcelona College of Chiropractic.
If you're a young guy, you're going to Barcelona.
Yeah, mate.
Seriously, I'm not going to Adelaide. I'm going to Barcelona.
Go to Barca. The principal there is Australian.
Oh, no way.
Yeah. So
he's just over there killing it.
Yeah. And I mean, it's like there's obviously hard stuff to get over there. Like we had to get visas, and we came back here most years to work, like so we could afford to stay over there. But yeah, it was such an experience, man. Like last 2 years we had to learn Spanish. Like we had to get Spanish patients in. And we were hopeless. Funny stories, like we just, if we had a Spanish patient the next day, we'd be, you know, up until 12, like reading through notes, like trying to script it out. And
you need those ChatGPT glasses. What are they called? The meta glasses or something.
And then, if they would ask us questions, we'd be like, oh no, it's just, I don't know what they're saying, you know? But yeah, it was such a good experience. And if anyone wants to do chiropractic, go to Barcelona. I'll help you out.
Mate, when you told me that story, it was just so cool that you, just that young in life, traveling like that and being a bit more, just experiencing something different, man. It's just, I just think when you first start your life while you're getting a trade as well, that's a cool part of life. Like, you get out of the bubble of Australia and you're like, oh, actually, there's a whole world out there. It's totally different. Seriously.
Yeah. And you notice while you're over there, like, just the culture is so different as well. And like they're so much healthier than us over here.
Their food and all that sort of stuff.
You go to Italy and there's like, you know, 70, 80-year-olds just in groups of 20 on the beach, just chilling. Like they're not working, they're eating healthy. They're so healthy. It's crazy.
It is. That is so true. So I got a friend who's in Portugal, and we've sort of just reconnected now. And he's got out of the bubble, you know, and he's over there, and he's talking about how it's very much a rest culture. You know, so it's like, it's very much, you know, spending time with family, spending time down the beach, not trying to work your, you know, work to the point where you're just like, man, you can't enjoy your life. Like, it's like the other way around, you know. So when he was telling me about it, it's such a different way of looking at it. And then I started looking at like other countries, started looking into like Greece and places like this where they're like that. And even their food, they don't mean for their food to be better. It just is because they're just like, oh, well, where's this fish from? Oh, bloody Bob caught it.
There's literally
Bob.
just
he just literally pulled up in the boat. Like that's the fish, you know. You're like, oh, okay, cool. Where did this come from? Oh, Jenny, she farmed it just down the road here. You're like,
100%,
that's literally how it is when you're on an island. Like it's just like, it's a totally different way of life.
It's crazy,
cool.
Man. It was such a cool experience.
So you were there for, did you say 5 years?
5 years,
Man, that is so cool. Like, man, you would have had some loose times over there, surely.
It was good fun. It was good. As I said, like we were 18, 19 when we first went over. So
oh my God.
I mean, we were into chiropractic, but we were there for the experience, right? So we had some good experiences in the first 2 years. Then we had to sort of mature up a bit. Like, all right, we got to switch on here. And
did you catch a few football games over there, like soccer?
Yeah. Went to. We actually didn't. I went to Camp Nou once. Just missed Messi.
I was going to say, was Messi playing when you were?
The first 2 years he was there, and then we went up to third year. But yeah, we went to. We were actually there the year Spain. It was the last year that they won was it the Euros or the Nations League or something like that? And it was huge. Like the streets just went massive. So yeah, it was good, man.
Spain had some pretty rich like culture and history and all that sort of stuff. Hey.
Yeah, for sure. Like Europe in general. But as a place to live, it's pretty, people don't live off much. They don't work much. They have siestas. They have a good lifestyle.
Yeah.
But for us to even work over there as an employee, which we were thinking about it, it's like you don't make much. Yeah. But also at the same time, it's like a little cost of living.
Yeah, it's a hard one because it's like how do you balance it? Like well, I want the lifestyle over there, but I also want to earn money. You just can't do both. Eh? I suppose you could be a bit of a nomad and maybe some sort of online thing, but
for sure.
But the point of going over there is to embrace their culture, and to live the way they live, not trying to live like an Aussie in Spain or an Aussie in Greece. You're trying to live it a bit, which is hard. I've struggled with it because for me, I'm quite driven and I enjoy business. I enjoy that sort of trying different things and pushing myself and challenging myself. But I also struggle with this side of me that's like, man, you need to chill out a little bit, enjoy your life. You're like, but this is sort of what I enjoy too. So it's a hard thing. I think culturally, Australians are so totally different to when you go over to Europe. So it's hard for us to sort of get into their style.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's crazy, man. I remember coming back to Australia and hearing the Australian accent for the first time.
Oh, really?
It's good to be back. It's good to be back.
It hit you like a brick.
We're so unique, man. I was like, geez, we're so bogan, our accent. Even mine got worse. But
yeah.
I can't imagine when we go over there, they're probably like, who are these guys?
Yeah, I never even think about it with our Aussie accent. It is proper bogan. You listen to Americans who do Aussie accents. I think it's Shane Gills. He does the best Aussie accent. Yeah. When he does, we do sound pretty messed up.
Yeah. When we went over there, we were saying words like heaps and just ones like this, and people were looking at us like, what are you talking about?
Heaps. Yeah, is that an Aussie thing, is it?
Yeah, it's an Aussie thing.
That's
not in the English dictionary. We were going over there saying all these little things that we didn't think about.
Is heaps not a word? Oh, wow.
We say that all the time.
I say it heaps.
Yeah. And we, people from Germany and France, and they'd be like, what are you guys talking about? So we'll dumb it down a bit for you.
Yeah, a lot.
Yeah. A lot. A lot.
That's full on. What other little bits of slang did they not know?
Oh, there's so many. Geez, we should have written a list, but you'll just say something every week and they'll say, what's that mean? You're like, oh my God, that's an Australian slang word as well.
Even there was a guy who did one, he was I think he's Canadian, he did the translation. So it's esky is a cooler or something like that. So you say to someone an esky, servo.
We'd say reckon a lot, what you reckon? No,
yeah. Or nah, yeah. That's such a thing. You don't even realise, and people excuse me? Or we won't say this word on the potty, but when you call your mate C.
And we had Italian
people
mates
you don't know, mate,
that would copy us and they would love it, just as a joke, say that kind of stuff. Yeah. So it was good to see our culture sort of went over there.
Yeah, and they would see videos of us, again, I think it was Shane Gills who was on a podcast, he was talking about a bloke who's parachuting and he's cruising down and there's kangaroos attacking him. It's just there's nothing more Aussie, and he's fuck off, get out of here. Have
you seen that video where the guy's punching on with the kangaroo?
Got his dog?
Yeah, he's got his dog.
That's the best video. Yeah.
It's so good.
Yeah, I get I'm a doom scroller. Sometimes I'll just get stuck on my phone and I'm just I get all the funny videos. I don't know, you're a bit young for this, but Australia's Funniest Home Videos.
I do remember that when I was younger. Yeah.
That was used to be on at 6:30 just after The Simpsons, and it was my favourite show. This was Simpsons and Funniest Home Videos, but I was having dinner. And man, my whole family would just lose it at it. It'd just be something stupid, like a kid falling off a bike or something. That's just that's the thing that gets me, so... But so man, what are you? So you'll finish your study and things like that, man. What's your plans? Are you gonna stay around, Darren, or what are you gonna do?
Yeah, good question. I don't even know myself. It was kind of
because you're single now, eh?
Single now, single now.
Ladies.
Yeah, I didn't plan to come back from Barca that early.
Yeah.
So then got back, had to do the board exams because we graduated over there. We had to do exams here.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Which was annoying because we had to study again for 3 or 4 months, and then funny story.
Oh, so it's not recognised here. You do the...
It is recognised, but you still have to do an exam.
Oh, yeah, I got you.
Yeah, because you graduated overseas.
Oh, yeah.
And there was a situation where I had to do an English test.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no.
And I was like, why do I have to do an English test? I literally did VCE English here, got a good result.
Yeah.
And one of my mates failed. He did it before me, and I was giving him so much shit. I'm like, bro, how do you fail an English test? I failed it twice up here. I had to fly to Sydney, because in Sydney you do it in front of someone.
Yeah.
So I went, and it was this Australian dad, and he's like, mate, why are you doing this? I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah,
and he literally just passed me straight away.
Yeah.
But yeah.
English is a hard one to learn though.
But it was I thought I aced it. I thought I got 100%. Then I got the results back and it was like, you failed the speaking part. And I'm like, I can speak like... But yeah, so I got back here and then, heard about Lockie and Align Life up here in Darwin.
Yeah.
And heard really good stuff. And it's also, as you've seen, it's a cool clinic.
He's got good systems, mate.
Really good systems. As you were saying, it's real
like you can,
efficient.
It's efficient. Like the thing where I like how you walk in, you don't speak or you say good day to somebody. You don't speak to anyone, you just put your fingerprint in and then it calls you out.
Yeah.
And then you press a button on your computer, you lay down, you get adjusted and you get out of it.
Yeah.
There's no like interaction. Well, like we talk, but like it's just like such a good system. It's just like form fairing people. Like.
Most people are just in and out. Like you're probably the small minority that we speak to for like 10, 15 minutes.
I know. I'm a big talker. I'm sorry, bro. But just take up your time, mate.
But that's it. Like, and we do like questionnaires and we say, what do you like about this clinic? And people say efficiency.
Yeah.
Like if I was to adjust my mum or dad, it would take 2 to 3 minutes. It doesn't take long. You find like 4 or 5 areas of the spine, put motion into it. Like that's it. Let the body heal. But some people, you know, they want that 30-minute, 60-minute massage. And we're like, that's just not what we do. We don't need to do it.
But like, it's interesting just the whole system, how it works. So like, I just enjoy systems with business. So like you walk in, you put your finger on a thing, and the computer calls your name and you go, okay. And then you're the one who presses the button on the computer to tell the computer to stop calling your name. And then you lay on the bed and then it's done.
Yeah.
And you just like, you're literally in and out in like 2 or 3 minutes.
It's
like,
so efficient.
Yeah. And it's just like, whereas like a normal place would be like, you rock up, you tell the receptionist you're there. They're like, no problems, take a seat, wait till your name's called. Like, it's just like the whole system that he's got, not even the chiropractic side, like, that's really cool. He's got
cool,
sort of even the automatic emails that get sent to me once a week, like with all the exercises you need to do. You're like, this is amazing. Like, it's pretty good.
It's super efficient, and even like the the scans, and he's got his own X-ray machine.
Yeah, it's cool.
Like that's where like
because he used to be. Did he used to do X-ray and all that sort of stuff? Is that how he got the X-ray there, or?
Well, he used to like refer out.
Oh, okay.
And it was more efficient just to do it there at the clinic.
But you need a license, right, to run an X-ray machine, or is that?
We can do it. Yeah, we can do it. Yeah.
Okay.
We learned that through school.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's all part of your trade.
It's all part of the trade. Yeah. You still need to get like a specific license to do it.
Yeah.
It's not like a test. You just send through your stuff and.
Yeah,
they give it to you. But that's the thing, like 100 years ago, they didn't have this stuff.
Yeah.
Like they were just by their hands feeling it. And that's why a lot of people are like, oh, it's witchcraft, they're guessing.
Yeah.
And we see all this stuff now, we're like, oh, they were actually right 100 years ago.
Yeah.
They were on the right path.
Yeah.
We just have more stuff to see it.
Yeah, that is pretty true, actually.
Yeah.
Like even when you go in and adjust me, you're sort of like, oh, I'm sort of feeling here. I'm like, that's about where it is. Yeah.
I mean, that's what we learn. That's like the art of it.
Is it? Yeah.
But it's cool. Like, every time you come in, you look at the X-rays and like, oh, they're the areas.
Yeah.
So I know where to adjust.
You know where to go. Yeah. Nah, it's cool, man. So, what's it like at work, man? Like, tell us a bit of banter at work. Like, what's it like working with Lockie and that? He seems like a pretty good dude.
Yeah, it's good fun. Like, we're both pretty young.
Yeah. How old's he?
Geez, don't quote me on this. 33, 34?
33, yeah. It's young, eh?
But it's good, man. We've got a good team, like good banter, have a bit of fun. Obviously, keep it serious.
Yeah.
But like, we love, speaking to patients like you come in.
Yeah.
Especially like it's a good community in Palmerston. That's what I wanted.
Yeah.
Could have worked in Melbourne, could have worked back home in Melbourne, but I was like, oh, Darwin's cool.
Yeah.
Like, as like, you and even ARC joined ARC.
Yeah.
See your name on the wall. I'm like,
oh, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, it's a really good community. Like everyone knows everyone.
Yeah.
And the good word gets out about Lockie in the clinic, which is good. So we get like similar people that come in. And it's like, doesn't even feel like you go to work. Like I love waking up every morning, going in, helping people.
Well, all the fit people in the gym, they all go there. That's the healthiest people I know all go to you guys. Yep. Like Ange, I'm pretty sure gets adjusted through you guys. There's a few other people in that space that get adjusted by you guys. So it's and Darwin's one of those places. I was sort of saying this, like it's like if you just show up on time and do a good job, you'll do well here.
100%.
Because that's whereas like down south, it's a lot of it's about like. I use that term. That's another Darwin term. I say down south. Where are you talking about?
We are up the top.
So everything's down south. So like, if you're in like a larger capital city where there's more competition, a lot of it's pricing, a lot of that stuff comes in. Whereas in Darwin, if you provide good service, you usually do pretty well, Yeah,
exactly. And just like the people up here, they love it. They love it. They really value the chiropractic, which is good. Yeah,
it's cool, man. So that would be an interesting decision, I guess, coming from Melbourne to Darwin, because I came from Brisbane to Darwin, but I found that people that live here, they sort of want to get out, But when you move here, you're like, I don't get me wrong, I think eventually I will go back down south. But
Yeah.
like living here, you go to another town and you come back here, you're like, actually, yes, it's really hot here, but it's actually a pretty good place to live.
It's pretty good, yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty chill. It's not too much traffic. Like,
That's awesome.
everything's pretty good. There's a few good gyms. Like,
Yeah.
what else do you sort of need?
The dry season, it was unbelievable.
Dry season that we just had was good.
Oh,
Yeah.
so good.
I don't know what the go was with the dry season, but it lasted longer than the normal way.
Oh, really? Is that?
Well, I feel like it was a lot longer than it normally is, eh?
I felt like it was only like 3 months.
Yeah, well, last I swear we only got like about 4 weeks worth. Like, that's what it felt like. It just still felt like muggy the whole time. But it's funny with like Darwin, you can see people who are like, you can tell they've been here for a while because they get pissed off real easy when it hits build up.
Yeah.
What do they call it? Is it mango madness or was it? Or, is it? Yeah, something like that. But you can just tell in the dry season here, and everyone's happy.
Yeah.
That's the funniest thing, eh?
Yeah.
No, it's cool, man. I appreciate you coming on, man. And
That's all right.
yeah, it was just, it's really good just to chat to somebody, I guess, from, the chiropractic world, just to obviously give your opinion and a bit of a background on the trade and things like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, if anybody is curious about, chiropractors and stuff like that, hit Jordy up or Lockie.
Yeah.
They're absolute legends. So yeah, appreciate you coming on, man.
No worries, man. Like, even as I said before, like, you might, be thinking about joining a chiropractic or getting involved in it. Or maybe you've had a bad experience in the past. Like, even give me a message if you have questions.
Yeah, sure.
Wherever you are, I'm happy to find you, a chiropractor, or if you have questions. So, yeah.
Nah, legend, bro. Appreciate you coming on, man.
Thank
Easy.
you. Appreciate it.